You know that feeling when you haven't been studying for a test and you're writing it the next day. So you pull an all-nighter and all you do is just reread the notes, reread them. Then when you wake up from like 2 hours of your sleep, you don't remember almost anything and you still get like a D. Yeah, well, that used to be me. I used to study only the night before and like learn by just reading the notes. My grades haven't been that great. And the fact that I sacrificed my sleep for just some grade, you know, in the end, I would have been gotten a better grade if I just went to sleep and studied in the morning, or if I just took a few more days before the test and studied in those mornings. Who am I? I'm Martin. I have been gotten, I have got like on the final grades that you get at the end of the year, only B's. I've never gotten an worse grade than a B, which means that in my country, I've always gotten like an honors thing. You know, when you when your finals are on such a high level that you get like an honor or something. That's what I've been getting every single year. And what I have achieved is that my parents don't even see me learning, don't see me studying. They see all the good grades. They see that I get those A's and B's, but they don't really know when I study because I really don't. Maybe like few hours per week, okay? Yeah, that's reasonable, but they still don't see me studying that much. That's what I want for you, man. I want you to stop studying so much and still get better grades than the nerds who study all the time. That's exactly what I'm going to teach you. And yeah, more studying is a fail. Like if you study more and still like have some average grades that's not really that great, what you want to do is to keep up that level of the grades that you're currently getting, even like slightly improve it. But if you're getting quite good grades right now, we want to upkeep them while lowering the time that you spend on studying. That's the kind of leverage that you currently need in your life. It's like that rule where 80/20, for the 20% of work you get 80% of results. So you want to leverage that, and we're going to do that. So first of all, some lifestyle changes. Get good sleep, man. Like, I don't know how much you know about sleep, but it's really important. It's so important, in fact, that if you would learn and study all day, and you did all day and all night, and you had like few hours of sleep, you wouldn't remember almost anything. Yeah, you would remember something, but like half of the things would go away. Hey, that's the real thing. So please sleep every day, like 8 hours per day. You need to go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. You have to do that even on the weekends. Like 1 hour before sleeping, no like phones, and 3 hours before sleep, don't eat anything. Now that you do that, you'll have great sleep, so your mind will be able to work on 100% of power. Next thing, you cannot really be stressed during exams. I know it's easy to say that, but this is kind of a mental thing. When you start being stressed under any kind of exam, your mind will just shut off some parts and you won't be able to recall so easily. So for that, you can do meditation, just practicing to be in the present moment. You do that by just taking your phone, taking out the timer. You put on a timer, then you close your eyes. You obviously start the timer and you take a deep breath through your nose, and you just exhale through your mouth. And you just focus on that breath. Once you get a thought, that's when you like refocus back on your breath, and that's where you have made one repetition of the meditation technique. You do that every single day, your anxiety is going to be that much lower, and you will be able to recall things much more clearly. Another thing, you need to be actually paying attention in class. I know this sounds so corny. I know it's the most basic advice that someone has given you. But if you don't actually pay attention in class, you will have to take the time from your free time and subsidize it. You will have to make a substitute for the time that you have wasted in school. So please use the time that you have in school that you're forced to have and use it wisely. Because that's the time that you actually cannot change. You have to be there. Of course, you could flunk out, but that's not what you do. So when you're in school, try hard, take notes, actually listen, try to understand. It's going to save you so much time when you're actually going to be at home trying to prepare for a test. So the actual studying techniques. When you take notes in class by hand, and yes, you need to do it by hand, because if you do it on your laptop, it will not register and you will not memorize as much as if you have just done it by hand. So do it by hand, no excuses. Then when you're at home or anywhere, it doesn't matter, you take your notes, you convert them into an electronic form, maybe like Word or Notes. You convert them, you can do it by hand or just using AI, it doesn't really matter. Then you put those notes and you throw it into AI. You can use ChatGPT and you ask it, hey, create a list of questions based on this topic. And you need to give me an answer under every question. Once you have that generated, you take it and you answer every question and compare your answer to the real answer. This way you get instant feedback. Your feedback loop is so small that you will get instant feedback. That's not something that you get in school. When you write a test in school, you get your feedback maybe in like few weeks when your teacher finally gets to, review it. Do this a couple of times and you'll be golden. Another great method to actually learn is to teach that subject to someone. So get a friend, get a family member, anyone who's interested in helping you or just learning about a new topic, and make sure that you are the teacher. Try to teach them the topic without actually looking at the notes, okay? So what will happen when you start explaining the topics, they will start to question you. And you might not have a bulletproof explanation, so when the questions arise from them, you will actually learn more because your neurons are going to start connecting more, and you're going to know that topic on a much deeper level because you will have to explain it and they will have questions that you will have to answer. So yeah, those are a few ways to actually improve your grades while studying less. If you want even more techniques, go to the link in the description. I've made a course for people just like you who want to get better grades or even just uphold the standard and spend less time actually studying. Now if that's something that's interesting to you and you actually want to take your time back from school, go to the link in the description and just look at that course. I think that is going to be very beneficial for you because I spent quite a lot of time on it, and if I had something like this back when I was just starting out, I would have saved honestly hundreds of hours. So yeah, go and check it out. And also subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I've already given you value. And if you actually apply like only half of what I've told you, your life is going to improve so much and you'll get so much time back.